My name is Anthony Fuentes. I was originally born in Illinois. I lived here for half of my life, and then I moved to New York afterwards as a youngster. I lived in New York for much of my life growing up. Went to the Army after that, and then came back to the good state of Illinois. Lived here for about a couple years, moved back to New York, and then I've been here since 2010. I ain't going nowhere. I love Chicago. I love Illinois. Oh, I love Chicago, man. What's not to love about Chicago? I remember as a kid, everybody being a Bulls fan because of the greatest of all time, Michael Jordan. Watching him just destroy my Knicks as well as all the other teams that came against him. So I ended up becoming a Michael Jordan fan, and I'm a Bulls fan to this day as well as a Knicks fan. I love the culture of Chicago. I truly do. I love Humboldt Park. It's like a piece of home. It's like a piece of the island. Seeing people play dominoes and play baseball, the cuchifrito trucks. Just so much culture. Seeing that big old Puerto Rican flag hang up high is just beautiful. I have a 6-year-old son named Dominic, who's first grade now, and I have a 13-year-old daughter whose name is Yaslin. She gives me all the attitude in the world, so she keeps me on my toes being a teenager. Being a father has been literally one of the most blessed moments I've had in life, to watch them both be born and be a part of their life. And, you know, that's what comedy ties in for me, because I feel like by me following my dream, it's showing them that it's never too late and you're never too old to go after what you want in life. Ana Padilla. That's my mother's name. She's a beautiful woman. She's actually the inspiration for most of my jokes on stage. My mother's an amazing woman. She divorced my father when we were young and practically raised 4 kids on her own. She's always shown us what hard work and determination is. And the beautiful thing about my mom is she's always kept us close to our culture. She never made us forget from where we really come from. La Isla, Puerto Rico. She's always taught us about our culture, made sure we spoke Spanish, wrote Spanish, and read Spanish. My mom used to make arroz con habichuela all the time when I was a kid. And she stuffed me with so many beans. Growing up as a Puerto Rican, I got sick of eating beans, me empaché. So she would always make a side of pollo guisado, because she knew that I like pollo guisado. She would make my pollo guisado for me on the side and then put the caldito on the rice for me so I could eat my food still. My favorite Puerto Rican dish is arroz blanco con tostones y pollo guisado. It's my favorite. Nothing better than that caldito of the chicken going on top of the white rice, giving it a little wetness to it. And it's got to be some good seasoned rice, you know, not no Chinese rice with no flavor. It's got to be that good Puerto Rican SAZONAO, nice season to it. That tostones with a little bit of mayo ketchup and that little sprinkle of garlic on top of the tostones, that little crunch, nothing better in the world than that plate right there. I joined the Army in 2000. I was part of the U.S. Army. My job was a combat engineer, 12 Bravo. The reason I chose to become a combat engineer, because the day I was at the recruiting station, they had a frame with a picture in it that said the BORINQUENEERS. It was a story of a group of Puerto Ricans that served in the Army and were part of the engineer battalion. It inspired me right then and there. I knew what I wanted to do. So I became a combat engineer, and I served proudly for 4 years. And it was a great experience. I met some brothers that I'm close with to this day that I consider family. As well, got to serve with a couple of my people, Boricuas. And it was truly an honor to serve my country. It was a crazy 4 years because during that time we had 9/11 as well as the war in Iraq. But by the grace of God, I'm here today and I'm safe and sound. And again, I would do it all over again because it was a great experience to be able to serve my country, and not only that, to be a Puerto Rican serving for his country and making my family as well as others proud. Comedy was in my blood. Growing up as a kid, I was always cracking jokes at the house when people used to come visit, and my mother would laugh and tell people either he's going to be a comedian or he's going to be a lawyer. Clearly, lawyer didn't pan out for me, so I decided to be a comedian. I actually started doing comedy when I moved here from Chicago. And I always loved, like I said, to make people laugh. When I was in the Army, my Sergeant Atkins, he used to always pull me aside and say, Fuentes, come bring up morale, make everybody laugh, crack some jokes. I used to have a lot of post-traumatic stress disorder, I'd say, because I used to get angry very easily, you know. I used to get agitated. I had a lot of built-up depression and anger inside of me. And honestly, doing comedy has really been therapeutic for me. Every time I'm on stage, it doesn't matter what I'm going through in life. When I hear the laughter of other people, it just all goes away. Every moment that I'm on the stage is just a moment of peace for me. You know, I live life one day at a time. I can never look back and say I have a regret, because everything I've been through in life has only made me experienced and made me mature for what I'm going through now. Frank Sinatra, I listen to a lot, and he has a song called My Way, and I've always lived my life by doing it my way. I just feel like a man should always take responsibility for whatever he goes through, and he should always be happy for every experience he goes through. Never regret what you go through in life, because God puts you through everything for a reason, to make you stronger or to make you prepare for something else in your journey. My name is Anthony Fuentes, soy puertorriqueño y soy Chicago.